Today at Southern Minnesota TV, we are going to be putting free mods on a mini bike for horsepower and speed. We're going to be doing a quarter-mile time before and a quarter-mile time after to see how much quickness we gained. We're going to be doing top speed before and after to see how much top speed we gained. And, well, let's have some fun. These mods that I'm doing are going to be completely free and easy so that you guys can do them at home too. All right, guys, let's go do some test runs with the stock mini bike.
All right, quarter-mile time and 0 to 20 time. Now top speed with the mini bike.
The stock muffler on these engines is not good for horsepower, so we're going to make a new one. All right, let's take this super restrictive stock muffler off. So my plan for this exhaust, we're not gonna have a muffler, it's gonna be straight pipe. So this elbow is gonna go on the flange. I got this flange from a different engine. It's the muffler, stock muffler. So I cut that off. And now I have that, I know that bolt's on there. So that goes on there like that. And then I have this pipe. That's gonna go in there. So it's gonna step up here. It's gonna step up here. Then there's another one, and it's gonna step up again and again. So it's gonna be a staged header, a really big one. Hopefully this makes a lot of power and sounds cool. Here is the final product for the staged header, homemade. I think it looks really good. I threw some flame-proof paint on it. Almost looks brand new. The welds aren't the best, but it's just an exhaust. That's gonna be a lot more flow for that engine. Gonna make a lot of power. Guys, I want you to compare the size of that hole to the size of that hole. That hole is way bigger, way less restrictive. That's a tiny little hole into a muffler. That's very restrictive, bad for horsepower. So we're gonna be throwing this staged header on. Okay, so this pipe was too wide to have enough room for the nuts that go on the studs. So I took the studs out and put in those Allen head bolts, and it worked pretty well. So there's the header. Goes between the frame. It goes between the frame, under the seat, comes out right behind the seat, above the tire. Perfect. I'm excited to hear how this thing sounds and how much faster it's gonna be. So the next free thing I'm gonna be doing to this mini bike is I'm gonna be putting a zip tie in the governor spring right there, that spring. So it can't extend, it's just solid. Now I already have the gas tank, the front bolt's taken off, and the one back bolt was just non-existent when I got it. So I had to take 2 nuts off, and now I have really easy access at that spring. I'm gonna throw a zip tie through there, tighten it as much as I can, and then that will be bypassing the governor. We'll be able to get more RPMs out of this engine. Okay, it didn't take very long at all, just a couple seconds, and I threw 2 zip ties in there. And now when I twist the throttle, that spring does not extend. So I think we're dialed for speed there. I'm gonna put this gas tank back on, and then we'll be moving to the air filter. So with this air filter, I'm gonna unscrew that top wing nut. Now I'm gonna try and fit this whole cover off there. A little bit of a tight fit with the seat on. I've done it before though. There we go. And now we're gonna remove this foam. And there we go. Don't put this cover back on with this foam, and we'll have more airflow through the engine from this way. Then we have airflow through the other way because of the exhaust. And now we're gonna have more RPMs because of the governor. And one last thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna cut the wire. This one right here, it goes into the block, and that's the low oil sensor. And so that way, it won't shut off when I'm doing wheelies. Ready to do some speed trials now. See how much faster we made it.
Alright, 3 modified for Sun. Top speed test, modified. Alright, 35.6. That's a lot quicker.
All right, guys. So here is the chart with all the data. The stock mini bike in the 0 to 20, excuse me, did 4.2 miles an hour. In the quarter mile time, it did 36. So you can see right there and right there, the modified bike did a lot better. It beat it in quickness 0 to 20 and quarter mile time. It bumped the top speed up from 28 to 36 miles an hour, and RPM from 3,900 to 4,100 RPM. So I think those are really, really good results for free mods on my mini bike. See you next time.